And there are 4 cars making their way through the field up to the front of the lineup. 2 with wings, 2 without. All 4 piloted throughout the career of Jesse Hockett. And it is those 4 cars that will pace the field here tonight. The legacy of Hockett brings the field into turns 1 and 2, and from side by side, the field will break rank. The leading 4 of Hockett into the rows of 3 with the American Sprint Car Series. As they make their way to the back straightaway, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rise to your feet. It's time to make some noise because, ladies and gentlemen, only the best go 3 abreast. And you have them here tonight at the Diamond and Dirt Tracks with the American Sprint Car Series presented by Racing Dirt. The cars Hockett will clear. Field will work into turns 1 and 2. Pace vehicle will make its way high, and the caution lights will go dark. Onto the back straightaway, set to go to green this time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to sit back, relax, and enjoy 30 trips around the Diamond and Dirt Tracks because, race fans, it's showtime in the Show Me State. Your field to the green at the Hockett McMillan Memorial. Shoving to turns 1 and 2, side by side with the top spot. Boo back to the outside. Ryan Timms to the inside. Who's going to win the race into 3? Timms going to drive it in about 15 foot deeper. Lets it slide up to the cushion. Boo back to his inside. He's got it. Jake Boo back. Going to lead on lap number 1. Ryan Timms answering over in turns 1 and 2. He'll bring it by across the nose of the 1X. He's got it. Blake Hahn chasing right there in the 3rd spot. Timms down to the bottom, blocks the charge of the 1. Hahn, though, he's going to stick all the way to the hub of the racetrack. He takes over the 2nd spot for the 1X. Into the mix now, Sean McClellan slides up across the nose of Buback. He'll go to the show position. The 1X back to 4. 36 Jason Martin going to run in 5th. Keep your eye on that battle for the lead. Blake Hahn down to the hub of the speedway. He'll pole putt it around to the front straightaway. He will have great drive. The 5T, though, a little bit better on the outside as Timms holds on to the race lead. Hahn still right there chasing onto the back straightaway. McClellan in that 3rd spot. Battle for 4th. Here comes Jason Martin to the outside. Buback down to the inside. 36 to the outside. A little bit of smoke off of the side of Martin's machine. Buback can hold the position. They leave the inside line open, though. The 12 is right there to try to capitalize. Wasn't quite able to get it through 3 and 4. Does he have it through 1 and 2? Martin able to grab and go to the back straightaway. Keeps Williamson at bay for the time being. Now Hahn off of the bottom. He's to the outside, trailing in that 2nd spot. About a half a straightaway between 1st and 2nd right now. 1.190 seconds last time at the start-finish line. McClellan in 3rd. Buback in 4th. Jason Martin to the inside through turns 3 and 4. Car pushes off the left rear a little bit. He's got the wheels tweaked left. The car pushing right, though. Hahn a little bit too high. Gives up the spot to the 1 of Sean McClellan. McClellan capitalizes on the misstep of the 52. Got up on that very tricky ledge there at the exit of the 2nd turn. Did a great job recovering and not going up into the tires as Timms has taken off of this one. 2.193 seconds over Sean McClellan. Hahn in 3rd, Martin in 4th, Buback back to 5th. Now Garrett Williamson running in 6th. Tim Estenson, he will run in 7th. The 14T started 14th. Trying to march his way up through the running order. Now remember, Estenson picked up a $10,000 payday on September 9th over Shelby County. Trying to add another one to it. We'll see if he can make his way up through the running order a little bit more here. He's right in that 7th spot. Jason Park running in 8th. Hank Davis in 9th. Jamie Ball, Derek Hagar right now going to be your top 10. Leader in traffic. 14E of Kyle Bellum done in this one. He'll take it down to the infield. The 5T up on the 2 of Chase Porter. Down to the bottom goes the slower machine. Timms on the outside, letting her eat off of the cushion. Exiting turn at number 4, McClellan. Still sitting solidly in 2nd. The 36 Jason Martin, meanwhile, up into 3rd as the caution lights come on. That is Anderson at 55. Coming to a stop on the outside of turn number 2. Red light's going to come on as Anderson dropping to the ground. As we will go red to allow safety crews to make their way to him and assist. As real quick, Scotty Cook down on the scene. Let's go to him.
Well, thank you very much, Brian Holbert. Everything A-OK for Glenpool, Oklahoma's Brandon Anderson. Give him a big round of applause, folks. Thought initially the way it came out of the car that it might have been fuel or fire, but he said when he spun the car around and got into the wall, he hurt his shoulder real bad. So right now, EMTs are
Did you catch that by
tending to his
chance?
shoulder. And Brandon Anderson is A-OK. We'll send it back up topside.
Thank you very much, Scotty. So 11 laps officially completed. Top 7 drivers making it by the start-finish line before the red light was called for. So Timms, McClellan, Martin, Hahn, Buback, Estenson, and Williamson all making it by the start-finish line. Beyond that, they will revert back to the last fully completed lap for the lineup. The FK Rod-Ins instant replay here. We'll see if we got anything on that as right there, the 55 going up and backing her up into the concrete. As Ryan was coming up on him. Get another look here again, looking at the leaders, starting to run down and reel in more lap traffic, and that 55 getting up and over and just going up and backing her hard into the wall. So Ryan Timms had a 1.883 second advantage over Sean McClellan. McClellan smartly making his way up into the second spot. Again, lined up 6. As looking out here on the broadcast, the speed shot of the front straightaway. I can tell you Heinrichter Foundation Service is getting fantastic screen time at the moment, along with D&E Supply, ASCS Battery Service, Lightning Wings, and Hesselbein Tire Company. So back under yellow flag conditions, field will begin to refire. Timms leading McClellan in second, Jason Martin in third. Martin fell back a little bit on the start. Got tripped back to fifth, started third. Getting back up to his starting position, Blake Hahn sitting in fourth. Marched his way up to second on lap 2. Tripped over that little tabletop up there and lost some of his momentum. He's back to fourth. Jake Buback leading lap number 1. He's back to fifth now. Tim Estenson started 14th. He's up to 6th. Jack Dover turning wrenches on that car. Garrett Williamson in the 12, running in 7th. Hank Davis running in 8th. Jay Spark running in 9th. Jamie Ball in 10th. Derek Hagar in 11th. Miles Paulus in 12th. Wayne Johnson in 13th. Jeffrey Newell in 14th. Newell from 22nd. Trying to march his way through the running order. Matt Covington, 15th. Landon Crawley, 21st to 16th so far. Howard Moore up a couple of spots in 17th. Jeremy Campbell in 18th. Zane DeVault in 19th. Kyler Johnson, your top 20. Checking into the broadcast, Mr. Miles Hill. Him and Horny checking things out here. They're cheering on Soup here tonight. One of the many nicknames that Sean McClellan has earned over the years. Miss Shirley back in Tulsa checking in. Hello, Max. So caution lights will go dark. Set to go back to green. Single file between the cone and the wall here in the restart. Timms going to bring him into turn number 4. Finds the throttle to go back to green. Top 5 going to pace to the bottom. The first driver to break rank, and he's going to let it eat on the outside. That was the 14T of Tim Estenson. Boy, Estenson with a full head of steam rolling. That Mission Foods 14 to the top, and here he comes. Side by side with the second spot in front of them. Jason Martin trying to grab it away for the one of Sean McClellan, but Estenson, he just found another gear on that restart. He will roll it in hard on the cushion. Thought he was going to trip through it there for a second, but showing there's one there and you can lean on it. As the Mission Foods number 14 up to the outside. Keep your eye on him. Oh, now he's going to trip through. He keeps it off of the wall. How'd he do it? Tim Estenson keeps her off of the concrete, but keeps his foot in it. Brian Timms continues to lead. McClellan holds on to second as we've got with someone on the outside of turn number 4. That's Wayne Johnson. Caution lights come on. Wayne Johnson in the statewide service, number 2C. And we'll see if he goes down to the work area. We are 1 lap shy of halfway, so there is still time in the work area, 60 seconds. After lap 15, that time expires. If this restart is anything like we just saw on the 14T, there's 3 drivers that might want to be careful. Because Tim Estenson absolutely roaring on the cushion here. And Wayne Johnson is down to the work area. His clock has begun. Timms, McClellan, he had his hands full. The 36 Jason Martin setting sights on him. Martin not able to get the advance. Estenson up into 4th. Again, up from 14th. Restarted in 6th. Excuse me, restarted in 7th. He's up to 4th. Hahn in 5th. Buback in 6th. Garrett Williamson in 7th. Hank Davidson 8th. Chase Park, Jamie Ball. That'll be your top 10. And the clock about to expire on the 2C. Less than 10 seconds and the car will roll. So Wayne going to make his way back out to the racing surface. We'll see if he can march his way up through the running order. 14 laps completed, 30 the distance. They'll flip the switch on the caution lights this time and they come around to the front straightaway. Again, single file between the cone and the wall here in the restart. Driver's going to advance position prior to the cone, strike the cone, or go below the cone. Timms in 5. Going to bring him off at turn number 4. Where do they go this time? Top 3 down to the bottom. The 14 again, going to go to the top. He's going to cheat it up to the cushion. Exiting turn number 2. He's got the run for 3rd. Jason Martin to his inside. Going to try to drive it in deep and hold off the charge of the 14. Estenson, though, got the right rear helmet to the outside. He's got it. Here comes the 14T up into 3rd. Jason Martin back to 4th. Battle for 5th. Blake Hahn. Jake Buback going to go side by side as they work to the back straightaway. Buback down to the bottom, Hahn to the outside. Advantage onto the front stretch will be Buback in 1. Jake Buback back into the top 5. Blake Hahn back to 6. Hank Davis going to run in 7th. Jamie Ball up to 8th. Williamson back to 9th. Chase Park now going to run at your top 10. Brian Timms just over a half a second. Problems continue for Wayne Johnson up off of the racetrack and exiting now as we'll avoid the caution. McClellan down to the bottom. Timms up to the outside. McClellan Pretty good run at the exit of the fourth turn. Takes a couple of tenths off of the advantage of Ryan Timms. Goes down to the bottom once again. Here comes the one. No, the caution light's going to come on. And the caution might have just cost the one as he showed his nose to the 5. As it is the 12X. Spinning facing the wrong way on the outside of turn number 4. Garrett Williamson had been running in 9th. So Ryan Timms, the caution, saves him from the battle with McClellan. Estenson again using the restart to his advantage, grabs away 3rd from Jason Martin. Martin back to 4th. Boo back in a good battle with Hahn. He takes 5th. Hahn in 6th. Davis in 7th. Jamie Ball in 8th. Jace Park in 9th. And Miles Paulus now going to be your top 10. So Estenson up 11, Newell up 9, Landon Crawley's advanced 5 spots, McClellan 4, Matt Covington 4, Howard Moore, Skylar Johnson, Chase Porter all up 4 spots so far in this one. Hank Davis, Miles Paulus have each picked up a pair of positions. It will go to lights out this time at the flag stand. Williamson able to refire. He will drop to the tail end of the field. Set to go back to green. So far, Timms has been unmatched on the restarts. Now he'll go to the top over in 1 and 2. He's going to change his tactics up. Just about slipped it through the cushion though. McClellan not able to get there fast enough. Now Timms going to go to the bottom over in turns 3 and 4. Estenson going to go to the top, slams her off of the cushion. He's going to come after the one to the front straightaway. Still has some really good bite though as McClellan on the bottom, the 14T on the outside, the 5 changing his lineup, top of 1 and 2, bottom of 3 and 4. Now Estenson going in more to the middle of 3, going to cheat it up to the cushion off for turn number 4, is going to wind it up around to the front stretch, closes in on the one of Sean McClellan. Now he's going to go to the bottom side of the speedway. Both drivers up the racetrack, McClellan with the advantage. Estenson scrubbing off a lot of momentum, trying to go to the inside to see if he can slide up in front of the one. Look out, he's got the right rear into the bluff. He holds on to it though. Tim Estenson with a big save, holds on to the 3rd spot. Jason Martin sitting at 4, trying to close in, really having to wait on the car to the back straightaway. Jake Buback chasing him as Garrett Williamson is not going to come to a close. He'll pull it down into the infield. Ryan Timms back to the top of turns 1 and 2. Sean McClellan, a couple of car widths off of the bottom through turns 1 and 2. Both drivers working down towards the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Continues to be the 5 of the advantage. The 1 still running in second. 14T of Estenson, the 36 of Martin. The 1X of Buback, the 1H of Davis, the 4W of Jamie Ball, the 52 of Blake Hahn. 87J of Jace Park, Miles Paulus up into 10th as the red light's going to come on. We've got one upside down and back up right in the wall at turn number 4. The 6Z looks like of Zane DeVault, as he is already starting to crawl out of his car. Driver okay. As Scotty Cook over on the scene, let's send it down to Scotty.
Well, thank you very much, Brian Holbert. Zane DeVault jumped up on the scene just about 4 nights ago with his first podium with the American Sprint Car Series. A pleasant surprise. He was able to make the show tonight and compete in a tough break with about 7 laps to go up over the cushion here in turn number 4. And upside down, the car rolling And everything appears to be quite straight except for the top wing and the nose wing and the bumper. The radius rods appear to be straight. And I don't know, he's going to have a handful, but we'll see if he's going to go to the work area and try to flip that lid out and the nose wing, or just wrestle with it and finish with what he's got. With that, we'll send it back up top side to Brian Hulbert.
Thank you very much, Scotty. 23 laps completed, 30 the distance. Tough break for the Jeremy Scadden Construction number 6 here tonight. As Scotty alluded to, the silver lining, the car able to roll away. So the field refiring. Tim's leading. McClellan in second, Estenson in third. Martin in fourth, Buback in fifth, Davis in sixth, Ball in seventh, On in eighth, Mark in ninth, Miles Paulus. Their top 10, Derek Hagar in 11th, Jeffrey Newell in 12th, Howard Moore in 13th, Zane DeVault had been running 14th. That'll be Matt Covington now. Landon Cronley going to be your top 15. So again, Ryan Timms hold on for win number 8 on the season and win number 2 on the weekend. 87 events, 7 wins, 19 top 5s, 33 top 10s coming into tonight. Rolling to the back straightaway, pace vehicle. Instructed down to the infield. Caution lights will be turned off. In 23 laps of 30. In the books. Ready to go back to green. Tim's going to bring him all the way to the exit to number 4. Tim's going to enter more towards the middle that time at turns 1 and 2. McClellan sitting in second. Jason Martin on the restart, going to take away third for the 14T. Now down to the bottom. Oh, the 1. Car getting out from underneath him a little bit that time over into number 4. Puts the door for the 36, Jason Martin. He's going to take the spot away as Timms taking advantage and pulling away by about a half a straightaway. McClellan back to third. Now Buback coming after him in the 1X. Estenson trying to get back up in the mix as well. 3-car battle for the final step of the podium here. The 14T up to the top. Grabs the cushion, has some bite to the back straightaway. Now turns it between the ones as they work into turns 3 and 4. Drives it in past the one of Sean McClellan up the racetrack. Does the cushion stop him? It does. Tim Estenson back up into third. Jason Martin, meanwhile, is taking over second. The 5T, Ryan Timms showing the way. Goes to the high side of turns 3 and 4. The 36 of Jason Martin rolling up to the middle on exit at the 4th turn. Estenson still working top shelf. The 1X of Jake Buback. Going to roll down to the bottom of turns 1 and 2. He's going to pole putt it all the way to the inside line. Jettisons to the back straightaway. Sean McClellan back to 5th. Now Hank Davis trying to take that spot away. He runs in 6th. The 1H going to work by as they work into turns 3 and 4. So Davis started 9th. He'll crack the top 5 now. McClellan back to 6th. Hahn in 7th. Jamie Ball, Miles Paulus, Jeffrey Newell from 22nd now up into the top 10 as they come around to the wave with the white flag and 1 to go. Ryan Timms going to find the back straightaway for the final time. Jason Martin trying everything he can to reel him in, but off into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is going to fly for the first time at the Hockett McMillan Memorial. Ryan Timms is your champion. Jason Martin in 2nd. Jake Buback in 3rd. Tim Estenson in 4th. Hank Davis in 5th. Sean McClellan in 6th. Blake Hahn in 7th. Jamie Ball in 8th. Matt Covington in 9th. And Miles Paulus gets back to round out your top 10.